But as far as like, how do you actually not let all of the outside noises creep in and kind of create that self-doubt within? Like, what have you done, or how do you combat that? Because there's so much of it.
Yeah. I've done a lot of things. But I would say a lot of it started.
This is a huge talking point right here. I just want you guys to know, man. Like I said, Russ has been through a lot of things. You know, I've seen people try to diminish this dude's career, how they try to talk down on this man, how they try to tell him he needs to retire, get out of the league 2-3 years ago, how he's a locker room cancer. All these things. And then you hear all these players, all his teammates, nah, he's one of my favorite teammates ever. He's this, he's that. All the janitors, and he's the nicest dude we've ever worked with. You know, he's always da-da-da-da. He's always cheering us up. He's always with a smile. This dude, his energy is contagious. And I hate what the media try to do to this man, bro. I really despise some of these people on the media. Some of the LeBron fans, I can't stand. I can't stand the things I see from someone who gets paid the least amount of money, who plays harder than every single one of you guys, who never sits out, who's always in game clothes, always giving you 150% on the offense and defensive side, always talking, always he can get the crowd going like this. He is a crowd favorite like that. For those that don't know, he's one of the richest people who's ever played a game of basketball. Currently in this league, I think he's right under LeBron or something like that on Forbes. I read this dude is balling, and he still goes out. He's getting paid league minimum and giving his max effort in 17 years into the league. I got nothing but respect for this dude, man.
I think with me, kind of realizing what was happening, I think that's the number one thing. A lot of times you don't realize what's going on. You're just kind of in the mix and just moving and going and going and going. Mm-hmm. And the moment that I realized kind of what was happening, and not just myself, but with the help of people like yourself, my parents, good friends, to kind of help and see from a different perspective. And I think when you have good people around you, allows you to be able to see that and be able to like, okay, let me sit back and kind of see what's happening or what people are trying to put on me. What am I trying to aspire to do? A lot of times during that process, you know, you are trying to, you get caught trying to be able to chase other people's expectations of what you're supposed to be doing or what you think you're supposed to be doing. And for me, I had a point of, you know, in reference to sports, where I was trying to prove so many people wrong and prove that I could do this, prove that what the people outside of, you know, the people that actually cared about me as a person, and trying to prove them wrong. And with that, you know, there's a lot of ups and downs, a lot of things I learned about the process. But ultimately, back to your question of kind of how I've done it, I'm still working at it, to be honest. I think that it's always a process, but I've learned to navigate and separate, and I know what my worth is and kind of where I'm valued, and I stick to those core values, and everything else that happens outside doesn't ever find its way kind of internally. And then when they do, I quickly address it, and I would give you the credit because you mentioned that many times of kind of, and you're good at kind of not letting things kind of simmer and just waiting and pushing it off. So when there is something that is happening that I feel that can create some type of problem for me internally, I immediately address it, and then it's behind me, and then I move on. So,
wow.
It's respect, man. It's respect. And he's saying so many different things that you would really have to know what he was going through to understand what he's saying. Like, dude, the world was against this man, bro. I've never seen something like this. We're talking about a Hall of Famer. Top 75 player to ever do it. NBA leading rebounder for point guards in history. Top 20 in all-time assists in playoffs. Top 20 in all-time assists in playoffs. Top 20 in assists in history. Led the league with he averaged triple-double 3 years in a row. We're talking about a straight Hall of Famer who went through some BS dealing with the Lakers organization and the fan base and the media. And the reason